The world's biggest power grid failure, dated 30th and 31st July 2012. The time was 2:30 a.m. in the middle night. The blackout day, India's biggest power failure, 600 million people affected, and the reason is very, very complex, or you can say very, very shameless. That is a fragile power grid system. As far as the Times of India reported, they just find that now it is just we are able to handle the situation very, very well. But at that time in 2012, there was a very harsh condition. That is about the supply was 235 gigawatt, whereas the demand was 258 gigawatt in the summer. That make the burst of, that is the blackout in the whole northern region. In the whole India, in the northern region, there was a blackout for over 13 hours, as you can see. So that's a very, very shameless thing for us. And also SR Narasimhan, the Great India chairman, said that we need to analyze data on tripping, frequency, voltage, loading, because it's very, very necessary now. Let's see what happened at that time. That is as we can see something like this is a simple simulation for that incident, the shameless incident, you can say. Here the simple towers are just built upon. The line is for the long transmission line, that is for 400 kV, and the time was 2:33 a.m. in the night. And you can see that the transmission line, that is a 400 kV, or you can say 765 kV, was there. And here are some buttons through which we can control the thickness of the wire in order to just in order to make the voltage level up to increase or decrease. And there is also a simple graph you can see, that is demand and supply graph, which is the main reason for this incident which was happened in the 2012, that is power grid failure. Let's see. After clicking a start button, we can see that at the time also counting starts, and we can see in the graph. And as the time just duration, as the time is going on, the tower are going to just fall down. What is this indicating? It is indicating a very simple thing, that the failure has occurred. And we can also increase or decrease the thickness as we have just did that, in order to show some more reality. And in the graph you can see in a very, very simple thing, that what is happening, that the line of demand is growing above than supply. Why it is happening? It is happening because of the very, very poor infrastructure in the India at that time in 2012. So as you can see, the green line, that is the supply line, is below, whereas the red line, demand line, is above, which is clearly indicating that it is the situation of the blackout of India for over 13 hours, as we have just discussed. It is actually a power calculation app, as you can see, with the help of its DC power, single phase power, two phase power, three phase power, all these power can be calculated. And here, but only the thing we have to do is something like, here we have to just write the value of V, that is voltage, and here we have to write the value of current, and we will get the DC power. So let's see, DC power, if the value we just exceed it to uh, 0.9, and current also 0.9, what is going to be, that is a DC power is about 0.809. So this is the DC power, you can see something like here. And if we just change the value, let's say if we go to single phase power, then we are going to see something like exceeding value, what we will get. Formula you must remember. And one thing more, I want to say something like here we have taken something like, in the code snippet we have taken that power factor, that is PF power factor is equals to 0.9. We have just fitted this power factor into our code snippet, so you will get all these values, that is you will getting all the AC values on the power factor 0.9. And if you want to just have the power factor value to be different and get the answer accordingly, then you have to just make some changes into the code. So that's how we can just make a simple calculator app through which we are able to just have something very, very useful, especially for the power grid failure not to happen again, just like of the 2001 and 2000.